So we loaded in, and Sonic is experiencing mental trauma.
He's like, Fox.
Psychic pain.
Die.
Silver must be here.
Oh, psychic pain. Maybe it's residual psychic pain from the punishment cubes.
From the punishment cubes.
Oh, sorry. I thought I saw my new favorite term for them.
Oh, what's that?
That are friends
on the internet.
On it in our comment section.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm really sorry I forgot the name of the user, but it was like on the last video or two. It was the Anguish Matrix.
Is that what I have to call them now?
I think so.
Are we contractually obligated?
It's better than Punishment Cube because it does take into account the digital nature of their torment.
It also cleverly takes into account the fact that it's not a cube.
Yes.
So that, it's a subtler touch, but there's some intellectualism to that name.
Yeah, my stuff usually lacks, so I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad for it. So, do you remember where Punishment Cube came from?
No,
it's when we played Lords of Shadow 2, and it was those.
No, I don't.
It was those boxes that level him up, and he has to put his hand in it, and they tear up his hand.
I don't remember this at all.
It's Punishment Cube.
I feel like you've made this up.
Yes, it was made up during that time we were playing it, but like it was still.
Jeez, I don't remember at all. It's a long time ago. That game is 20 years old.
It is not 20. It's 8 years old.
Okay, I gotta. This guy is.
Didn't we already beat this?
We might. Oh, you know what? He's got the little blue.
So that means
little blue star on him. So I'm gonna say that means we're allowed to walk away.
I think so. If the game will let you. So yeah, I called this a desert earlier, but now that the lights are on, the sun is out. It's just a barren volcanic.
Yeah, volcanic ash island seems to be the aesthetic here, the look. Whoa.
It's what I want to see when I play my Sonics.
Volcanic ash wasteland or me panicking?
Yeah, both. I like both. Because Desert World and like Marble Ruin Zone like for Aganos Island.
Yet? Oh my god.
That's Sonic stuff enough to me.
Yeah.
Could Sonic beat a volcano?
Yes.
If a volcano was angry enough.
I mean, I think so. I think if I've ever... Oh my god.
He can't beat a volcano!
Well, not by falling into it, but all the shit I've read about how Flash with the Speed Force can do anything, I think Sonic could probably do anything, honestly. I love that this put me right back in this fight.
It's like you want this activity.
I wanted this activity.
So we are excited to get out of this island and see what the next one is.
Yeah, I was talking about this a little bit earlier while we weren't recording, and I don't like this island as much as the first two. I think
first two are fine.
I think it hasn't really introduced anything new in a worthwhile way. Like, I mean, sure, there's some new enemy types, but I mean, what a thrill. But all the exploration mechanics are kind of the same, except on this island, you have the special treat surprise of, oh, now I'm locked on a 2D plane, like, all the goddamn time, where, like, you very frequently get locked into these 2D sections, and I don't feel like that happened as often in the previous worlds.
I mean, if it did, I don't remember it, but we noticed it as soon as we entered here, like, wait, what's going on? And you showed that example of you just
Jesus. Back to the checkpoint again.
He can't beat a volcano.
You're saying we show that example?
Yeah, so that example of like you were on a 3D plane, then all of a sudden you were just walking. You weren't even on a rail or anything. And
when I went and walked like around the side of it. Yeah. I mean, it's
so.
Yeah, I haven't found this world very exciting. I kind of feel like as far as the exploration mechanics go, stop. As far as the exploration mechanics go, I feel like, we sort of saw 90% of them on the first island, right? Mm-hmm. And since then, it's just been like, I mean, that's how games work, right? You use the same mechanics for a lot of games.
Yeah, but you introduce
but it's a
new one every so often.
Yeah, this island has not been much of a thrill in that regard, I must say. Not sure what that balloon was for, but okay.
Take it. There's no reason not to.
Still can't open the map because I'm still in combat with the fortress.
Because the music,
which is
the music also denotes no map.
Yeah.
How much farther can Sonic run away from his problems here?
Okay, so this is the lava I keep fucking drowning myself. Oh my god, the fortress is like really...
Okay,
he's away now. So I want to get to that marker. So these go that way. This one, this rail will get me where I need to go.
So remember to do the side loop while you boost, because it looks cool.
Looks cool. Yeah. So
yeah, you have to make your own fun.
You just run and hold this. Oh no! Sometimes when Sonic hits a bump, he just gets launched into stunt mode.
Hey man, that's life.
Like that. Oh, I hit a bump again. Just like that. It looks cool.
Just go straight. You just go straight and like try to bring the camera.
Well, I want to go right here. So
okay, yeah, don't do it if it's gonna.
I'll do it in a minute.
Yeah. Do the cool thing instead of like completing the game.
Literally, Matt earlier was just like, you should use the side loop when you're just running because it looks cool.
No, a user said that.
Matt.
They said they like it.
Matt internalized what the user said. It's his opinion now, too.
I just believe them. I didn't see it myself.
Okay, I see Tails up there, actually. You can kind of see the tip of his little ear on the... one other thing I don't like too much about this world that I find different from the other worlds is all these hidden treasure spots, right? Mm-hmm. I still wish you had to like find them on your own, but in this world, most of them seem to result in a spring or a boost pad or something like that. And I don't know. I don't find that feels as much like a reward as in the previous. Gear. Yeah, in the previous areas, it would just give you something. Is one better than the other? I don't know, but I don't feel like they were mixed up. I feel like in the first world, it was always a reward, and in this world, it's always a spring or something. I
agree with this.
I almost get the feeling, which it probably was exactly like this, but that each island was headed by 2 or 3 different people, right? Like
I could see that.
You almost get the feeling that this one's a little out of step with those ones, sort of.
At the same time, it's like, you want the worlds to change up a little bit, but not negatively.
I mean, consistency's key, right?
Like, yeah, consistency for sure.
Stuff that have certain mechanical things, unless there was just a spike in the line. If you build up a mechanic to work one way and then you swap it, there is a risk that the user's going to not, take to it and be like, I liked it better when it was just a little reward. In this example.
So remember early on you said like, they're definitely reusing maps from other 3D games for the cyberspace stages?
Yeah.
So someone said, well, you've seen them all because they only are Green Hill Zone, a highway, Sky Sanctuary, and Chemical Zone. Chemical Plant. Yeah. That's it.
That's the 4.
And I'm like...
Well, okay.
Okay. For the amount that you do of these aren't like bonus stages like in, older Sonic where you only get one every so often. These happen quite like what? There's
a fair few. There's maybe 5 or 6 per island. I don't know. I haven't been counting, to be honest.
I think it's something like that. So I'm like, okay. I get that the layouts are different, and that's fine. That's the base amount you should do. But I'm like shocked that it's only that's 4. That's just 5.
The 4 art layouts. Okay. Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, I get it. It's a lot of work, especially if you're doing the islands as well, because the islands kind of account for a whole other art layout. But I'm gonna try again because I missed.
And you missed the time by like a second. So
was it that close?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't even look. I just saw that I was missing the red rings, and I thought that was a failure. So, fuck! I did it again.
He's like, hey, fell right into my trap.
Let's see. I need to. So there was one ring early on that I saw.
That was even better, actually. Don't worry about it,
I think at the end of here, look, there's a red ring right there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was not the first one. That was the second one.
Oh shit, you're right.
Could the first one be on a lower track? For once. Usually they're always on the higher tracks.
Maybe.
I guess we will explore. Nope.
Yeah, this is the red ring run.
This is how it's meant to be. Okay, so I'm not gonna hit that, and we're gonna go the low road this time.
Yeah, keep it down low.
Sonic usually takes the high road, but not when I'm at the wheel.
He's like, "What's the lowest hanging fruit you got?"
Back there it is. How do you get up here? What's the trick? I don't know.
Maybe you have to go back.
Maybe. Did I not hit it, by the way? Because I don't...
Oh.
I don't have...
I know you did not hit it.
I didn't hit it.
No. I thought you were going back for it. I was like,
that's
hey,
funny.
you
That's
that
funny.
shit.
I wasn't paying enough attention.
Awesome.
Okay, and I know where the next one is, so no problems. Great. Perfect Sonic gameplay.
Perfect. Flawless. But that seems like, I'm sure there's a way. Yeah, that way there's a way to get it easily, I guess.
Definitely.
Oh, shit. And for 20 rings.
Yeah, it makes you feel like there should be like a 1-up in there or something at the top, but there's no 1-ups.
Any yet.
Well, there's no 1-ups in this game.
At all, yeah.
Yeah. When it doesn't show the button icon, I'm not sure I'm supposed to press.
I guess,
no big deal, but, you know.
In the digital universe, there are no lives.
Yes, so. Well, there's no lives in this game in general.
I did see...
Mario Odyssey got rid of lives as well.
That's true. I did see someone say, I really hope this game ends with you hit the final boss, whatever it may be. They were just theorizing. And then Sonic wakes up in a hospital with a breathing tube.
Yeah, that'd be great. That's perfect. Sonic gets trolled.
I like that better because that's not expressly a dream. That could be like a post-surgery nightmare.
Oh, you want this to be a post-op drug nightmare.
I want to be better than Solid 5.
Jeez, you should work for Bloober Team.
I should. It's not great when my writing is better than yours. But yeah,
which will have the better script, Silent Hill 2 or The Takeover? Good question.
I think The Takeover.
It's gotta be The Takeover.
Slightly edges it out.
The Takeover with its intense moral decision.
Yeah. Kill or not?
Will you kill?
Will you kill? But see, it was a commentary on the police.
Sure.
See, that flew by you, I guess.
I guess so. I guess I'm just not elevated enough to grasp that. I left cyberspace. 3 keys? That's enough keys.
I think so.
Time to work on this island I don't like as much.
Yeah, just work on it. Just knead out all the kinks. I'm so bad at massages. I really can't give them.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I know. I have to do a class or something. This is a good time to say that this video is brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare lets you
learn how to do a fucking massage.
Yeah. Okay.
Matt's just there punching his wife in the back.
Just softly.
Body blow.
Body. Soft. I wish I was good at it. So, I'm not sure if you've seen these in stores around here, but talking about sponsorships that I don't have. Midday Squares?
Midday? No, I don't think I've ever heard of this.
So they're just like these little individual packed
nice. That's what I want.
Brownies, or it's like a protein little a chocolate treat, right?
Sure, like Cliff Bars kind of thing.
Yeah, but I don't particularly like Cliff Bars, but I like these a lot better. So they have a peanut butter and chocolate one, and I've just been I eat like 2 or 3 a week. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're meant for give yourself a boost in the day. And I saw, since you had mentioned a speedrunner earlier, we should ask a speedrunner about a Donkey Kong 64 question. There's
no reason.
There's no reason at all. Don't worry about that. Carl Jobs. Yeah,
that fella.
Yeah, I saw that he did an older video where he's like, this video is brought to you by Midday Squares. I'm like, oh, they're doing sponsorships? Let me get some of that. I find out they're based in Montreal.
Whoa, really?
And not only that, they're based in... their headquarters are where my parents live.
So how do you make that happen?
So I just emailed them. It's like, I fucking love your Midday Squares so much. Are you still taking sponsorships? And they're just like, I wish fucking 2020 was and 2021 were really rough for distribution and getting things shipped. The worldwide shipping crisis or whatever, and we just don't have that much money to spend on advertisements for the next quarter or two.
Bummer.
And I was like, okay, but they're like, we really appreciate your enthusiasm though.
For our squares.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, fuck. It's okay. I remember the big loss for me was there's this tea company called Harnell & Sons. And
I've heard of that.
I like their tea. I think they're great. And back when I was streaming regularly, I drank their tea on stream. Like, I drank
Yes,
tea
I
on stream.
remember
I drank
this.
their tea on stream. And when I saw that they were doing sponsorship applications, I was like, well, okay, like, duh, I should take this.
Yes.
And so I wrote them my application. I included multiple clips where I'm just drinking their tea and talking about their tea live on camera. And then, like, a month later, I get a thing, we will not be accepting you for the... And I'm like, you fucking... Like... You know, why pay for the cow when the milk's cheaper, I guess, you know, if I'm gonna be like shilling their tea anyway, like. So after that I stopped drinking their tea on stream.
as a staunch stance, like you're taking a hardline stance on that.
It was just like I was just annoyed. I was like, you know, if they're not gonna help me out here, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna drink other teas
on stream.
Yeah, and eventually I stopped buying their tea.
I think so much better.
I think I felt so slighted by it, which is like really stupid. But
no, I can. I had something similar. I won't say the brand because I don't know. I just don't want to like not. I just don't want to like get that opportunity in the future.
Right.
There was a brand where I was told by someone that like, oh, we're also like interested in pitching these 3 things to you. Which of them do you like? I'm like, oh, I've heard of this one and it seems pretty good. I'm kind of interested in getting it myself. And they said, okay, we'll pitch you for it. And then, like, a week or 2 goes by, it says they will not be accepting, like, your sponsorship on your channel. And I'm like, okay, and any particular reason why? Maybe there's, like, a good reason why, like, your metrics aren't up to snuff, or you don't play the types of games we want to be, like, you play too many violent games. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But, like, I took it...
Bad Dragon is not a violent company.
Yeah.
So...
I took it to be like, well, what can I do?
Yeah, how can I improve it?
And they're like, they will not be contacting you again. I'm like, what? Give me some feedback or something.
Yeah. That's always the toughest thing about anything work-related, just when you get no feedback or anything like that.
Yeah, like nothing.
Whether it's a job application or a sponsored thing, like, it's like...
Not even for the thing that we're talking about now. Like, I might not bug you ever again, but for the future, any other brands. Maybe this is something... They'll see, you know.
Nope.
And speaking of taking feedback, I'm sure we saw that thing where it's
what did I do wrong now? What did I do wrong now, man?
we saw that Sonic or Sega announced like, oh, there'll be more free DLC collaborations with other things.
Yeah.
Outside of Monster Hunter and Kokone or whatever.
Corone, you got it.
Yeah, sure.
You get it.
Sure.
Oh, these fucking spikes in the 2D world?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna kill me? No, okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't know if we can... There's going to be a patch for like little quality of life improvements. That'd be nice too, but I'd like to think that would come. But I don't know if there's a history of Sonic Team actually going in and offering like, you know, improvement patches or anything in past games. I don't actually know.
I don't really think so. You know, the Sonic Racing games by Sumo, yes, but as far as the core Sonic Team platformers,
aside from bug fixes,
let's be blunt. We can name them all right now. Forces, no, it did not get anything like that. There was the Infinite DLC that came out after the fact, but that was kind of it. And the Shadow DLC.
Sonic Colors Ultimate, I believe, did get a number, like, a lot of bug fixes, but I think there are maybe small okay, yeah, we'll fix that to be like this, or whatever.
And for what it's worth, that game was regarded as quite broken.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense. But for Forces, they didn't really do anything, and I don't know. I'm not expecting it. It'd be nice. There's a lot of little nips and tucks that they could do, but...
Yeah, because I made a tweet about it, and then I just clarify. I'm like, yeah, it's not like big things, like do the entire game over. I'm just like, can we get rid of the useless speedometer, or like make it a toggle and get a mini map there? Maybe that's asking a lot. Maybe it's a lot more complicated than that. But just the little things that you've noticed, like when you're delivering the Cocos to the guy,
upgrading your speed and rings, and how that's
and the draw distance. Obviously, if we were playing the Switch version and that draw distance is there, what am I supposed to say to you? We're playing the PS5 version.
I finally got around to watching the Digital Foundry video and like just seeing how it was on all the platforms and stuff. And I mean, I can't help but agree that the draw distance on PS5 and Series X
And NPC is.
I feel like it could be, obviously I'm not working on the game. I don't have access to the project files. I can't say this with any real authority. But I feel like the draw distance could be higher for a lot of things on at least PS5 and Series X,
And as some people noted, and I think we said it ourselves, it's like most of the time it's like, it looks ugly, but whatever. But there has been like instances where like, well, that almost fucked me over. that platform appeared so late, or whatever it was. Like, there was like minor things.
Yeah, a few little times with the platforming where it's like, oh, where am I going? Oh, look, there it's drawn in now,
Oh, and I like the sunrise happening in the background.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, the whole time of day thing is nice in this game. It works. Don't fall. I'm so high in the air right now.
So high.
I'm gonna get one wrench. Bing. There it is. Nice. I got one wrench. Okay, where am I? Oh my god, look how I went like all the way across there. That's pretty cool.
Then might as well do that.
Yeah. My
tails.
My tail's objective is in the literal opposite direction. Nice.
Maybe you'll find another tails.
Shit, I'm stuck in the diamond and the hexagons. Oh no. Why is he climbing?
Get out.
Ugh.
Press the get out button. Don't go back into them.
Sonic's in the sunken place. Is that?
Yeah, no, the sunken place is, while he's in the breathing tube. It's like, what happened to him? I want to know.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with Eggman. Eggman didn't beat him up.
Why does Sonic have a catheter bag now? Who's to say? Okay, so we need to build this little cube.
GameCube.
I guess the
GameCube.
The black one goes second.
Really remind me of the GameCube
this
logo.
one goes first. It's okay. But
I still don't know the connection. Is why is it so Tetrisy?
No, me neither. It's
Shouldn't
cute.
it be Mean Bean Machine-y?
This is probably my favorite new exploration thing in this island, but that's all this is. Like, there's really not much to it. So, I get what you mean. It is cute, but it's
Speaking of the GameCube, as we tend to do, I remember when IGN released a really blurry screenshot. Like, we have a big, huge, like, exclusive game reveal coming to GameCube, and you'll never believe it. You'll be picking your jaw.
You'll shit your pants
off the floor with your shit. And then it was just Sonic going down the highway in the first level of Sonic Adventure 2. And that was the blurry screenshot.
Nice.
And, like, it was weird. It was like, I personally, because at that point I had played
these
Sonic...
enemies drop the things I want.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry.
I played Sonic Adventure 1, but I hadn't played 2 yet because I didn't own a Dreamcast. I just rented the Dreamcast for Sonic Adventure, so I never got to play it. So I was personally like, that's really cool when they revealed, oh, it's Sonic Adventure 2. And that Sonic Adventure 1 got ported later, right? It was like 2 was first on GameCube.
Yeah, 2 was really, really early. Adventure DX was maybe 2 years later with the next project they worked on.
Something like that. Yeah. So
it was a big deal. I mean,
because it was like the first
Sega going through
confirmation multi-platform.
Yeah,
not confirmation, but here's an actual game.
Yeah, I don't remember if we had seen all of Sega's Xbox stuff yet, because of course they did a lot of exclusive shit on Xbox, but
like the most on there.
I think so. Yeah, a crazy amount, honestly. Microsoft did good snapping that all up, and I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence.
What like Jet Set, Toe Jam and Earl, Panzer Dragoon,
Crazy Taxi 3, Gun Valkyrie.
I think Atogi, didn't they co-publish?
Sega published Atogi. Yeah. Sorry, did I say Gun Valkyrie? Yeah, Gun Valkyrie.
Some more stuff. Oh, Spike Out.
Spike Out. Did we say Panzer Dragoon Order?
I said Panzer Dragoon.
You said Panzer Dragoon. Okay. That's fine. It is understood.
It's the same. Oh, House of the Dead ports, I think.
Oh my god, did it have that?
3 and 4.
Christ, I don't remember that at all. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got in there real good, honestly. Oh, where's this going?
And I was like, man, they keep doing this. For sure, Xbox will be a big force to be reckoned with in Japan, I said to myself.
I think
coupled with Tecmo.
I think they could have been if they had continued to invest in Japan, because they did a lot. They got exclusives from FromSoft. They got Shin Megami Tensei 9 from Atlas.
Mistwalker.
Mistwalker. They got an exclusive Tales of game that they paid out the nose for. They got Idolmaster to be exclusive for one entry.
So many PlayStation owners are so pissed about Vesperia being exclusive for years.
Yeah. They got Square Enix to make them like 3 exclusive games. Early 360, Infinite Undiscovery.
Oh, right. Undiscovery's name.
The Last Remnant. And what was the other one? Anyway, I believe there were 3 anyway. No, there was like really serious investment through the Xbox.
Enchanted Arms.
And there was Enchanted Arms, which it's true that was exclusive for a while. I think. Dead or Alive 4.
Breakdown.
That
big Japanese exclusive.
It's not nothing, they paid for it. Dead or Alive 4 was a big one.
I mentioned Tecmo in general, but like when you break it down even more, it's like yes, Dead or Alive, then Ninja Gaiden, then like at least one other thing.
Dead or Alive, Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive Extreme. I think Dead or Alive Extreme 2 is exclusive, but not exactly a huge get in terms of like pushing consoles. No, they invested a lot, and I mean, you look at the Xbox's sales numbers, and it shouldn't surprise you to hear that was the best era for them in Japan, and
I think mixing 360 and regular Xbox together, to be fair, but
it was there was a through line there that went from one to the other.
But when you say they keep investing, it's like they did into the 360, maybe a little less overall, or maybe a little more. I don't know the money.
The actual dollar count.
Dollar count, but it's like 2 generations, and if you're not getting what you wanted out of it, it's like maybe give up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was misguided to give up. But I at the same time, I think it's easy to understand why it happened. Like, the Japanese game industry was somewhat struggling at that
overall,
time. I think it's arguable that it wasn't until like 2015, 16, 17 that we really saw the Japanese industry like really re-explode on the world stage. Where the games aren't just tiny niche games. Not that there's anything wrong with those games, but like companies like Xbox, they want million sellers. So there's a window there where it's like Japanese games were kind of struggling to do that, and also Xbox's leadership was shit. we just the Don Matrick years, right?
Yeah.
And obviously a lot of bad. Oh, is this made of ice? Oh yeah, I can't climb on that. Obviously there were a lot of bad decisions made in that era. I don't think I need to justify that statement. Like, the path chosen for Xbox One was a nightmare.
A nightmare.
It was a night. I mean,
it had Rise, Son of Rome. What are you talking about?
It had Rise. It had Killer Instinct. It had the unfortunately not very good Crimson Dragon and D4. 2 Japanese games that just got fucking dropped. Like, I guess Crimson Dragon was done, but it could have used
like, I'm sorry, more. Liam, you have to fight Spider now.
Yeah, I didn't want to. D4 getting abandoned was fucking shit. That would never happen these days. Like that game would have gotten finished. But those were the Matrick years. The game probably wasn't selling the units it needed to sell, so shut it down.
I imagine it was that expensive.
D4?
Yeah.
Probably not, but probably wasn't selling what they wanted it to sell.
Why would you ever not commit to an episodic thing but then not commit to it?
No, I mean, to be clear, I am 100% in agreement with you. I just think that's probably what happened.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But,
no, why would you not? I agree. It's fucking stupid. Now D4 is gonna sell fucking nothing because nobody is gonna buy that game because they know it's unfinished for the rest of time.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Wait, no, not nice.
I got killed. Hyper combo KO.
That was kind of okay. The cut to being up here was really fast, but that's still neat that this happened.
Yeah, this is cool. So I guess I gotta go through these things.
You hit him?
How do I attack? Okay, square. Okay. I wasn't sure. I don't think I've had to attack in this.
That might have been a reminder.
This is kind of cool.
It makes it feel like some type of Sonic adventure.
Drop sequences in Sonic always feel cool, honestly. Oops, I missed
And
it.
he's very light. It's not like he weighs like
Whoa,
1,000 pounds.
right
That's
through
cool.
him.
That's cool. And the fight
Is he
continues.
dead? Oh no, he's running. Oh, so now I can hurt him. I forget which buttons
Sure
to
hope
hold.
you can one cycle this because imagine you have to do this again.
I know, right?
Did like 10% damage. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I wonder if he can put his armor back on or not. Anyway, I don't know. That era for Microsoft was just it was not good for them worldwide, right? As they transitioned to Xbox One and like the lead into that where they hyper focused on Kinect. There were Japanese games. They got a From Software exclusive. They got a Grasshopper manufacturer
What
exclusive.
was the From Software exclusive? I don't remember. I don't recall what it was.
Steel Battalion Heavy Armor.
Oh yeah.
And they got Diabolical Pitch
I was
from
just
Grasshopper.
gonna say that, and don't forget, Rise to Nightmares
Oh yeah, it's true, eh? It's
and Crimson Dragon.
and Crimson Dragon. It's true that was a
Most
Kinect
of them
game.
are bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm sure had they just given more time to those games, they would have not been so bad. But Steel Battalion's probably the least bad of those.
What?
I think so.
It's the worst.
I think it's the most-
It doesn't control. You can't control it.
I think it's the most functional game once you get used to the controls. But I have to admit that in the same way that Star Fox Zero has a learning curve with its controls, that game has a learning curve.
I'll agree that Star Fox has a learning curve. You can get good at it, but it's like I had Steel Battalion.
We all had Steel Battalion.
It just never worked.
It's
Sorry, you mean the Kinect version?
I mean the Kinect one. Yeah. I absolutely mean the Kinect one, the one that FromSoft. Yeah.
Because if I've there's not that many FromSoft games people have asked what happens about, but that's certainly one of them.
Yeah, I would love to hear about the
If
development
there
of
was
that
any
game.
behind the scenes ska.
Yeah.
Which
I'm sure there was. Where are we going?
Where we go? We have to find.
like,
we have to
what-
find Tails.
What am I gonna get at the end of this? There better be a Chaos Emerald
A big
repository.
kiss. A big kiss from
A big
Nux.
kiss from Nux. That'd be good. But am I going toward the Chaos Emerald? Maybe.
Maybe. Like
I'm at this big circle. Okay, I've left the big circle.
big circle gone.
There was no stop.
Now you just fall.
Then we go up again. What I should
see.
just wait. Yeah, we will trust the design.
Yes.
It's a shame I haven't enjoyed the design as much in this world. But hey.
Any second now.
Glad I caught that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this is so sprawling. This is probably the biggest single thing we've seen in the
We did a really big one.
There we go.
before.
It's
Okay.
a fucking Chaos Emerald and Tails is here. Okay.
All right. Good.
I don't have
So just get back here easily.
Just quickly come back up here.
Well, can
I'm
you
gonna
talk to
Tails.
Tails?
Yeah. Fuck.
This'll fix
I can't
your
believe I don't
trauma,
have enough
Tails.
after all that.
No. So no.
The whole reason we came here was because we detected the Chaos Emeralds were drawn here.
Did you figure something out?
I'm trying to put the pieces together. The Ancients' technology was built specifically for the Chaos Emeralds and runs on their power. All of the Starfall Island systems.
I assume that was
cyberspace,
Eggman.
We're in a kind of standby mode without the emeralds to power them. Once the
Tells like
power
who?
supply
I think we all think it was Eggman.
Tells like
someone would have
I don't.
boot up the
I don't
system
follow
and
Sonic.
running.
You need to be more clear.
Yeah. Let me check on the map where this is. Okay, kind of right in the middle. All right. I don't remember how to get back up here, so good luck to our future selves.
Can you put a marker just on the general?
You can only put one at a time.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Well, once the silver one is accessible, it will show on the map, right?
I'd
Like
like
the
to think
silver
so.
thing. I just need to go down.
You just need to
Really? I just
tank
need to
it.
get to the
Just
ground?
tank.
There you go.
So one thing I want to speak about is how the story is happening. I think it's just because of the nature of an open world game. It's not most of the time, but certainly a choice for the story to be doled out in tiny little increments.
It's very Breath of the Wild.
It's very Breath of the
style
Wild
decision. What? This game? Breath of the Wild?
No, there's no way. That being said, it's like, I still don't get a sense of what, like, I know Tails just explained it. The Chaos Emeralds drew us here. There's an ancient civilization. They did stuff, and Eggman activated. Like, that's the broad strokes.
That's the premise.
But I still don't feel like I have any... It just feels like we're exploring random areas.
I mean...
I don't know if that comes across to you.
Well, yeah, what I would say is nothing interesting has happened.
Yeah.
The most interestingest thing was this girl who is summoning these big monsters to attack Sonic.
Yeah, that seems to be like more the direct threat, but you and I both know that's not actually the main plot. It's just what's the most interesting thing that keeps cropping up.
Yeah, of course. Like, what just doing an interesting thing like that over and over again does not a plot make, right? So it's kind of, it is, I would say, underwhelming thus far, especially we've completed 2 worlds, and I think I said this before, but I feel like Knuckles and Amy's presence, they were largely interchangeable.
Yeah.
They
had similar stories with the Cocos.
Sorta, yeah. Knuckles was a little more war, Amy was a little more love. I guess. I
Hammers.
don't. But they didn't really. And Tails isn't exactly adding a lot to this mix either.
Well, at least we might learn more about. Well, it's still gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be about the civilization or something.
Now, Tails is just giving us techno babble to explain how this world works, I guess.
Yeah.
He's this place.
Techno babble.
Yeah.
And Sonic will probably be like, "Whatever, Tails." The things that he likes to do.
Well, but I mean, just there, Tails was explaining you need the emeralds. Someone must have activated it, and it's like, okay. That doesn't actually meaningfully develop the plot. Okay, so someone did this, probably Eggman. I kind of knew that before.
Because you showed us that.
Because we've seen Eggman before.
And the thing when you have a villain that's somewhere away, not even reacting to the hero, right? So I was playing another platformer game not too long ago. Man. And you have a villain that's in another location that's just going ha ha ha, and in another dimension, another location, whatever it is, it's just that just feels like a disconnected scene. That's while she's the one that's someone said her name is Sage. She has not said her name.
Yeah, I don't think she has yet, but someone has revealed this to us.
Yeah, I think in the comments, just when Sage does this, I'm like, okay, well, it's not that name. That name means nothing to me. So
I somehow doubt the reveal of her name is this big shocking moment.
Yeah, Eggman hasn't even said it. He's just called her daughter or my dear. Get over here, Alexa.
Egg girl.
Egbert. I can't believe the digital dragon is also here. With the trail.
Well,
why is he here?
Because they need to use him again.
Man. Give us more lore.
I analyzed the cyberspace portal the last time.
Browser history.
While you were online, it opened up a lot of data. It was way too much to process. But I did get a glimpse of the Ancients' personal data.
Oh, so... What, you know all their birthdays now?
Much more than that. Sonic, it was their very essences. Their hopes, their dreams. Everything that made them what they were. Do you see the correlation?
And then it's the scene just ends.
Amy and Knuckles.
Where did Tails go? Why are we not continuing the conversation?
Yeah, I mean... so that conversation I feel probably could have used another line to close that out. I sort of get the impression that Tails and Knuckles and Amy aren't fully in control of where they are at any given time. But I have to admit, as you're saying, that's never been shown. Mm-hmm. That's just my headcanon of it, right? Yeah.
And sometimes it's show or don't tell, or at least like present something, but let people draw their own conclusions. But you better have satisfying answers or something that kind of lines up with what most people might be thinking is their headcanon. Because when you don't do that, people start to
Damn it! I fell right through the world.
Right through.
Sorry, go ahead.
The digital world. So that makes more sense now, right? But yeah, so you have to have answers that line up with what a lot of people are expecting from the way you're hinting at things, because when you don't, it's like, you get people complaining about plot lines and where they go. And
well,
stuff.
I guess we'll see when the plot decides to start. I mean, I hate to say it, but like all that's really happened is like Sonic's friends, one of which, Amy, was she even on the biplane at the beginning?
I don't remember.
Anyway,
I'd say no.
Sonic's friends got cyber captured.
Yeah.
And we're trying to that's the plot. We're trying to uncyber capture them right now. And there's clearly something else going on with Sage and Eggman, but that has not genuinely started. They've sort of only been narratively teasing that with them talking together, right? Like, there's no substance there yet.
Yeah, and this isn't the first hour of the game.
We're on like hour 7, 8, 9?
8, something like that.
Yeah.
So... hopefully it all wraps up, and when you start saying things like hopefully, when I'm watching like a Netflix show or whatever it may be, I'm like, hopefully they wrap this up. You usually they
doesn't inspire
wind up
confidence.
Not wrapping it up in a satisfying way.
Yeah, well, we will see. Wow, that didn't even have 30 rings. Okay, well I should try that again.
I think so.
Gonna need more keys. Yeah, I mean, say what you will about other Sonic games like the Adventure series, not having particularly deep plots, but they had engaging ones that you were like
there was stuff going on every, I don't want to say every mission or whatever, but like dolled out pretty frequently. Every
character had their goal. Big had to save Froggy. That was a big thing for him because he really cares about Froggy. E102, in the end, E102 was a flicky who was trapped in a robot body. Like that was cool. That was sad, actually. That whole thing,
Is it because this is open world where they're like, well, how can we logistically do all that in the same sort of framework of the gameplay? It's like, yeah, maybe that's the issue.
I mean,
you're spending so much time exploring that we're only getting so little plot dolled out so infrequently. Or plot that matters.
I think you can do both, honestly. Like I don't think it has to be. How do I get over that rail? Damn it! You see that over there?
Yeah, I see that.
I definitely don't think it has to be a one or the other plot or open world. Did I get the S rank at least? Oh no, I had gotten the S rank before, didn't I?
Yeah, you don't have 30 rings.
Oh no, I had reached the goal before. Okay, so let's go back in.
Not the S.
Yeah, let's go back in. Find some rings and some star rings. I'm trying not to get hit. But I don't know, I think you can do open world and story at the same time. I do think that like it takes good narrative design, but I mean that's why you hire a good narrative designer. So I don't know if the Sonic team has a good narrative designer based on their past, few games.
Certainly they have people helping out, like looking at their work and saying, hey, maybe not do this for the upteenth time or whatever it may be. But
let's try going low.
Oh,
nope, too low.
What was that?
I fell out of low.
I know, it's just like a weird green scene there.
Oh, I think the camera like clipped into some cyber shit that was down there.
But all this to say is like, I am going to assume I haven't seen sales numbers yet or anything, that like Sega would be reiterating this format.
Iterating on? Yeah.
Yeah, like for our sequel. Maybe not, but like I just assume.
Yeah, the reception to it's so good. I would be surprised if the sales are particularly bad. And I do think, I do think Sonic games have incredibly long tails as well. Right. But I mean, there's a reason they continue to print copies of Sonic Forces that are in the bargain bin at every Target.
Wasn't it something like Sonic Boom, absolute trash, only sold 500,000 copies?
Which is still more than like Bayonetta 2 did on the Wii U.
But it's way less than most Sonics, I guess, around that time frame.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think maybe I'm misremembering those numbers, but I think Sega at least had a press release saying it didn't solo. That laser though.
I'm like trying to get between those lasers and it's not happening. So
not
I'm just gonna not. I hopefully have enough keys. Otherwise, I'll just do another level.